Hello, my lovely students. I'm your naughty professor, and today I thought I'd teach you about fractions. Now, I know that you probably think of this as something that you were supposed to learn in elementary school, and you were, you naughty, naughty students. But I find that most adults haven't actually thought this through. They see fractions in cooking and such things, and they don't really necessarily understand what's going on. They tend to think of fractions as being a set of rules, which they're completely not. They are a logical way of understanding the world. Now, when we talked about numbers, I explained that fractions were just invented for us to be able to divide. So let's say we have one perfectly delicious cherry pie, and we want to share it with, say, 3 of our best friends. Then we would cut the cherry pie into 4 pieces and create 1/4 of a cherry pie. Of course, you could also think of that as being 4 slices of cherry pie, and you could think of this as being 4 slices instead of 1 pie. In the real world, we can do things however it's easiest for us. We don't have to think in fractions if we don't want to think in fractions. We just need to make sure that we're meaning the same thing every time we say slice of cherry pie. Now, if one of our friends is too much of a wimp to finish their whole slice of cherry pie, and say they only eat half of it, we wouldn't say that everyone had a slice, so everyone had the same amount. We would say that the 3 people who ate a full slice ate more than the person who ate a half a slice. We would say they ate twice as much. But we could also just start by cutting the pie into 8 slices and say everyone got 2, except for the one friend who got a half a slice, who got 1. This gets very, very confusing, and this is why we do tend to just stick with fractions. We'll say, okay, we didn't get 1 slice, we got 1/4 of a pie. And the wimpy friend got 1/8 of a pie. And if I wanted to add those 2 things together, 1/4 plus 1/8, we would have to change the 1/4 into something that we could add. Now, even adults sometimes look at this and say, okay, that's 2/12, because they're really not thinking about what's going on. Math isn't tricky if you understand what's going on. Understanding what's going on is tricky, but the calculations are easy almost all of the time when you understand what's happening. Don't tell that to an astrophysicist. Their calculations are harder the more they understand what's going on. But pie distribution doesn't have to be hard. Pie distribution should be pretty simple. So I need to change this. I cut all the pie pieces in half, so that means someone who used to have 1 pie piece now has 2. So this is just the same as 2/8. So you and your wimpy friend together ate 3/8 of the pie. And that's all there is to it, to adding fractions. It's funny with fractions because multiplying and dividing is so easy, and adding and subtracting is so hard, but actually the easier thing to understand is adding and subtracting. Multiplying and dividing can be a little bit tricky, so what do you say we do another video like that? I hope you like the outfits. I figure this is a good fraction outfit, half and half. I'm all business-like on top, and then, you know, whatever this is on the bottom. So this has been part 1 of fractions. Let's go put part 1 up there. And next time we'll do part 2. Hope you enjoyed.